Hello everyone and welcome back to the Bear Cave. I hope you guys have been well and I hope that you've been enjoying the series so far, and welcome back to Disco Elysium. Hope you pull up a chair and are getting comfy and ready to dive back into another episode of this very intriguing RPG so far. Let's dive right in. So here we are back in the bookshop, and we are ready to explore the curtain here. But I thought in the previous episode, I thought what we would do is we would explore some of these books here and see if there's anything that helps us going back there.
A small mountain of colourful board game boxes. There are numerous types of games for all ages. A lot of shelf space seems to be taken up by Revachol-related merchandise.
Let's have a look through the pile rather than asking her straight away.
An endless variety of source books, lore books, and codices litter the table. The topmost book is titled Welkin Compendium, 2nd edition. There's also a large hardbound tome with intricate cover art, The Hunters of Katawak, Boreal Creature Compendium, and a Pick Your Path adventure game book titled Tales of Wirral, Cavern of Velkrag. Books in a board game section? Who wants to read books?
Anything that really catches my eye? Maybe I'm not into all this binoclard stuff. Is there anything that catches my eye?
There's a box that says Wirral, 3rd edition Mega Setting Supplements Module. The side panel notes, a fantastique adventure board game, new maps and miniatures. A sticker on it displays 25 real. That price is steep, but then it's the 3rd edition Mega Setting Supplement, so it makes sense.
Okay, well we definitely can't afford that, but let's see what board games, let's see what she says.
Wonderful board games, sir. The Viticulturist is a classic for sure, or perhaps you'd like Archipelagos of Insulinda, a very educational game for those interested in geography. Browbritter is a fun game of economic competition, but can get quite intense after a while. We have games for the whole family. You can play with your children.
Look at me, who'd want to have children with me? I don't feel as if I have any kids. Yes, kids, friends, chicks, I have all those. I have all those. I don't feel as if I have any kids. This is good.
Friends are technically like family.
She fiddles with her pendant, thinking.
For playing with friends, I'd recommend Suzerainty. It's a civilization building game where you build a civilization, then set off to brutally colonize and repress other civilizations. It'll cost 12 real.
Sounds like real life at the moment. So what about all these Wirral things?
Lousy auras there. No, role-playing games are popular among those types. You know, who are into those kind of things. Personally, I don't like it. Not at all. I've heard they turn people into occult enthusiasts. That they have rituals where they try to summon entities. Highly immoral stuff. You can still buy them, though.
She looks at the table, crossing her arms. I think let's leave that for now. Let's have a look at these ones over here.
The display rack is brimming with worn paperbacks featuring an extremely muscular, sword-wielding barbarian on the cover. Nearly all the titles contain the word Heimdall somewhere.
Let's have a look through the display books.
Rows and rows of Heimdall men blur your vision. You make out some titles. Man from Heimdall and the Mammoth Riders. Man from Heimdall, Return to Heimdall. And the solipsistic Man from Heimdall and the Heimdall Man.
Good God, how many are there?
Maybe 100. Man from Heimdall and the Sages at the End of the World. Man from Heimdall and the False God. Man from Heimdall and the Scorched Earth. Man from Heimdall, the Heimdall Colonies. Man from Heimdall and the Swamp Beast. Man from Heimdall and the Snow Crabs.
Okay, come on, we gotta do it. Is that all?
Not even close. Man from Heimdall in Hell. Man from Heimdall and the Forest of Slaves. Man from Heimdall under the lake. Man from Heimdall, Heimdall burning. There's even the Trial of Death, a pastoral combat game book set in the world of Heimdallaman, and so much more.
Wow, okay. We gotta try this one. Let's try the pain threshold.
Nothing of interest. only silence and the cosmic background pain radiation.
Fair. Alright. Let's see, I have a feeling that upstairs we're going to have some books that might be of slightly more interest to us, have a bit more information, as we didn't really explore these very much. What is this over here? Oh, there was something over there, okay.
This bookstore is not strictly about crime, romance, and biographies of famous people.
Aha.
There's also a wide range of paranatural literature.
Look through the shelf.
Amidst the various books, you find one written by someone named Matthias W. Dundas. It's about wholeness, unity, balance. These three things are very important to the working class mind. The point of the book, and many others on this shelf, is to give people medicinal advice in situations where they don't have access to paid health services.
Interesting.
Various paranatural books still litter the shelf.
Storekeep, what books are these?
Sir, please, no browsing in that shelf. That wisdom is not for free. I can't have you end up, like, opening a police store next door and stealing my customers. Oh no!
Okay, fair enough. Didn't really get much from that. There was a perception, or this. Everyone knows the most interesting things about fascists was their magic. Interesting. Do we check this one? I think
Shelves full of biographies of famous people, whoever they are. These shelves are overburdened with books from the same series. You see the name Dick Mullen over and over. A couple of spook novels hide amidst all the detective books. Thrilling tales of spycraft and daring do.
Let's have a little look.
Crime fiction is a disgrace. An asinine misrepresentation of the physical attributes of the arduous everyday work of actual police officers. These books greatly overstate the excitement of police work, glossing over how long it takes to actually follow up on leads and eliminate dead ends. What's more, they completely ignore the psychological hardships of year after year coming into contact with people during the worst days of their lives. Not a single mention of all the stress this work creates upon the officer's family. Detective fiction just doesn't tell the truth at all. Now, would you like a list of all the books found on the shelf?
Sure thing. Oh god, no. Let's have a look.
You see Dick Mullen on the job. Get Me Mullen. The Stalwart Adventures of Richard P. Mullen. Dick Mullen and the Murder in the Orchard. The Sordid Affair of Dick Mullen. A killing is declared. Dick Mullen in the Murder House. The Final Case of Dick Mullen. An Obvious Lie. Dick Mullen in the Clock Tower. The Ordeals of Dick Mullen. Dauntless Dick. Dick Mullen's Funeral Pyre. The Murder of Dick Mullen.
Dick Mullen dies?
Oh no, turns out he faked it to solve a case.
Nice. Are there any more?
Yes, there's also The Dame Who Did It. Farewell, My Mullen. Faking death seems to be a common trope in the Mullen series. The morbid tales of Dick Mullen. A dark tide turns. Tragedy calls for Dick Mullen. Another one with fake death. And, of course, Dick Mullen, the murderer. In order to catch a murderer, Dick Mullen must become the murderer.
Nice.
After all this, you still haven't found the answer to the one question that matters. Who is Dick Mullen?
Who is Dick Mullen? Here we go.
Your quick eye notices a small caterpillar crawling across the spine of a book. The title reads, Dick Mullen and the Mistaken Identity.
What do we have here? Mistaken Identity.
A worn paperback from Dick Mullen's classic hard-boiled phase. The premise seems to be that Dick Mullen is framed for the murder of his best friend and has just a few days to prove his innocence.
Why does this speak to me?
Could it be the motifs of unstable identities and shocking betrayals?
He's probably right. I'm a complicated guy full of contradictions. Nah, it's got to be something else. I think this is probably right.
Then this is the book for you.
Alright. Seeing a pattern brimming here. Well, let's Let's peek behind the curtain now. Let's see what we've got here.
You see a set of tattered curtains blocking the way to another room. A strange cage-like trinket dangles from the curtains.
Let's pull the curtains open.
You see a dimly lit room full of dusty furniture and trash. A doorway stands in the back, covered in dozens of scary little Seminese wards, your shadow looming over it like an omen.
Oh!
Escapes from Plaisance as she tries her best to look away, her round face buried in her hands. Okay, here we go. Ghostly silhouette of hairdryers. A vaguely androgynous portrait of a man. It's like Guillaume Le Million. That hair poster. I should put those little things on the door.
A heavy door with a missing handle stands before you, covered in dozens, if not hundreds, of Seminese trinkets and charms. It appears to be locked.
Knock on the door is funny. Let's just unlock it. We've got the key. We know what's going on now.
After exerting some force, you manage to turn the key. It's eerily silent. The door slides slightly open, letting a draft of cold air into the room.
Kim, maybe you should go first. That's brilliant. No, I think we'll go. Our curiosity takes a hold of us here. Oh. This is not what I expected at all. Interesting. Oh, he wants to chat to them. Sand is dripping from a punch bag.
What is this place?
The lieutenant stares at the dusty training equipment. It's an adventure. It's the netherworld beyond the veil. It looks like a gym to me. Let's do that. That's good.
Yes, but no one's been here in ages.
He draws a stripe on the dusty floor with his foot.
I doubt the electricity still works. Good thing we have a flashlight on us. Don't forget to take it out of your bag before we move on.
Some specks of dust shimmer in a faint beam of daylight falling from the window. Other than that, the room is dark. An eerie feeling rises in your chest.
What if there's a reason why no one's been here for ages? Let's just keep going. I'm sure it's just a regular abandoned house, nothing mysterious, yeah? Yeah, I think his logic kind of perceives it and just sees it as a... You know, he's kind of using the encyclopedic mind here.
Sounds good.
Alright, well, let's definitely get our flashlight and put it in our right hand. Nice. Smells like leather and salt. There's something else on the floor here. What's this then? A shot put ball. Yeah, alright, like that. Poster says Citius Fortis. Worn off. Worn out wall bars, they look unsafe.
A barbell lies on the floor. The color has worn off its weight plates. It's 60 kilograms. Your triceps hum at the sight of these weights. Show the world what kind of beast it's dealing with. Lift them. There are no collars on the barbell. This is a safety hazard.
Interesting. Look, Kim, it's a trap. There are no collars on the barbell. That's interesting. So this will be physical, legendary. Okay, so let's use our brain here. So the visual calculus has found ourselves here, so we've looked at it visually.
You're right. The weight may fall off. Better not touch it then.
What kind of bastard would just remove the collars? It should be a felony.
It would be a violation of EPIS safety regulations if the gym was still operating, but it isn't. No one's supposed to come here anymore.
Let's leave. Let's not even try. We're using our brain here. We're not a muscle man, so we are being cautious. Shall we go upstairs? Ooh. The hallway is blocked by old window panes and debris. Yeah, it is. Wow, this is pretty creepy. A large demijohn full of strange liquid. Wild animals stare at you in the dark, stuffed and mounted. I wonder... That's interesting. More stuffed birds. Airship rotors covered in spiderwebs. They remind you of blades. A naked mannequin torso, a strange yellow colour. Why are they closed? Oh, money. Stairs, okay. Let's carry on exploring this room. This is super interesting. Got a few things to explore in here. Oh, and then there as well. Blue velvet, soft to the touch. Moth bitten. Moth bitten. More money. It's pretty quite profitable little room. What antlers and things. Go over there. Steel rotor blades bearing the Slipstream logo. Production schedule filament memory. Interesting. Okay. Skis with Slipstreams printed on the laminated top there. I wonder if that was the previous company then. Double tap to run.
Your flashlight slides over an old green chalkboard covered in scribbles, sketches, and schemes like some ancient cave mural. Some of the writing has faded with age, but you can still make out sections here and there. Photos and drawings have been pinned to the board. These lithe, pointy-eared creatures appear to be different types of welkins. You make out autumnal candle welkins, casting wax-based magic, translucent welkins, with organs shining under their skin, and even ether welkins, hailing from the vast emptiness of sidereal space. You should adopt one of those welkins as your persona. No longer a mere man, but a welkin.
Ooh, interesting.
One of the welkins, towering among the rest, appears to be different, however.
Examine the welkin, this is important.
It's Vara Hamira, a high welkin, his face white and scarred like cracked marble. This is clearly a welkin supremacist. The note says, all non-welkin races will be purged. The Haldor, the Tworg, the humans, and even headless men, all of them, purged. Imagine a world filled only with welkin, green welkin, dread welkin, and the high welkin to rule them all.
Whoa.
An inordinate amount of time has gone into drawing these little welkin creatures.
Lieutenant can't help but comment. Why would anyone spend so much time on this? Who are these creatures? Who drew them? Are they real? I have so many questions. One of them is a welkin supremacist. Well, this has been education. Let's move on. Why would anyone spend so much time?
Some people really like building a world, I think, even if it's just for a game.
Nice. Love that.
This looks like concept art for a project. It's not really real.
One of them is a welkin supremacist.
Political commentary. That one has a great beard too.
The lieutenant nods at the welkin's facial hair. Well, this has been educational. Let's
Just
move on.
look at those details. So much effort.
Insert the
The
photos.
photo collage depicts barren, icy landscapes wrapped in perpetual night. You see permafrost and glacial landforms, dead trees grown in under the snow. Entire oceans have been frozen from shore to shore. There are pictures of settlements on dried up riverbeds, abandoned in a storm. Animal corpses in the dark, carcasses and bones. You see primitive oil rigs built into glaciers, boreal dvorg, yurts under the snow, great mammoth-like beasts of burden. Albeit dark and cold, this vision also feels cozy in its own way, like eggnog or morphine, a much-needed respite from our own world. A pinned postcard reads, "The heat death scenario. A desperate fight for geothermal energy engulfs the world as Wirral becomes untethered from its sun, drifting through the universe."
Inspect the schedule.
This is a monthly calendar from the year 50. Cryptic words like sprint, daily minimi, and GPI span the marker-drawn grid, the grand scheme of production and money. It looks a bit like an academic calendar. only much more brutal. Mini-Me stands for a mini-meeting. It's part of a bigger framework for managing work called RUN. Station 41 tried to implement it a few years ago, but failed.
Keep reading, what happened?
As time goes on, the numbers in the boxes grow rarer and rarer. The board becomes an empty snowfield in the final days. Only failure and regret dwell in this region.
Looks like they didn't make it.
The lieutenant looks at the frigid ice fields of nothingness.
A note in the bottom left corner of the chalkboard says, "See the prod schedule filament for details."
Inspect the notes.
The handwriting is only partly legible, but you can still make out 3 slogans: Call in, Tune Out, Wirral Untethered, and Heat Death of the Universe. The full text reads, "Heat Death of the Universe is the new black." Another note says, "The biggest advancement in role-playing systems since the 30s.
Interesting. So maybe the curse, as it were, is not so much a curse, but...
This appears to be some kind of machine with a cube-shaped heart and a wired framework. The keyboard has a rectangular on-off button. A piece of paper still hangs from the printer.
The radio computer.
Says the lieutenant.
Just sitting here without anyone inside.
Watching you circle around the machine, he sounds surprised and a bit cautious.
What he means is that these things cost money. Why would anyone just leave it behind? This is the Ream Civic radio computer, model RC5120, equipped with a Feld mainframe and a Ream-compatible printer.
Turn on the I think he would just turn on the machine.
The machine lights up like some prehistoric animal stirring from its slumber, revealing fluorescent play and print keys on the keyboard. The hatch on the machine's central compartment is wide open.
Look inside the compartment.
It's empty like a beehive without its brood. Some cables have been left dangling, disconnected.
Ah, interesting.
The filament you have would fit perfectly inside the compartment.
Let's insert the production schedule.
Like a smooth draw, the filament slides into place. On the keyboard, the play key starts blinking.
Press play.
A bar of fabric right above the keyboard starts producing a soft hum. The sound of static seeps through the machine's planar magnetic driver. The static gets louder, slowly filling up the abandoned hall, until a voice speaks out, crackling and old, cutting into the air.
Good morning. Fortress accident en rue de Saint-Ghislaine. This is East Insulindian Repeater Station 1. Please repeat. Is this the production schedule?
What's the production schedule? Why did you call me Fortress Accident? Why are you a machine or are you alive? That's all for now. What's the production schedule?
The filament you have inserted into the reader.
Oh, right, thanks for the explanation.
That was a question. Have you inserted it into the core?
Yes.
Good. Please repeat the password.
Password? Of course it would have a password. That's why there's a human administrator involved.
I'm really bad at passwords. Can you give me a hint? Is it my birthday? This is the police. Please open this thing. Password.
No.
Okay.
A hint system is not part of the protocol for repeater stations.
Is it my birthday?
Still no.
Amazing. This is the police. Open up.
I am contractually obliged to protect the privacy of the filament holder Fortress Accident. Without filing a warrant with Lintel, I cannot give you access to these filaments.
Okay, interesting.
I'm afraid we are not doing that, unless we want to wait for a month.
Now, can you please repeat the password?
The voice of the machine asks again. She sounds cold in the damp air. I don't know the password.
Received. I will register this login attempt.
Don't worry. Passwords have a way of turning up sooner or later.
Fortress Accident. Is there anything else I can do for you today?
Why did you call me Fortress Accident?
Fortress Accident is the company on whose name the terminal you are currently using has been registered to.
Do you have any other information about this company?
One moment.
You hear her flip through a catalog before she reads out with studious care.
Fortress Accident SCA produces revolutionary interactive call-in radio games. That's what the catalog says.
That's not bad.
Wow, so conceptual. And what's that, this interactive call-in radio game? I think we get it. She hums. And what's that, this interactive call-in radio game?
Any other questions?
Okay. You hear her ask when the connection finally improves. What are you, a machine or are you alive?
Yes, I am alive. I am 74 years old and my name is Yvonne.
She repeats passwords. Programming people are all paranoid.
The lieutenant whispers into your ear. Yvonne, my partner tells me that you are here because the radio computer guys are all paranoid. Okay, but where are you? How did you know where I am? That's funny. That's good.
I work as a repeater at the East Insulindian repeater station. It's my job to know where you are, Fortress Accident. As for me, well, I am sitting in my cubicle, surrounded by a wall of radios. Now, please tell me if there's anything else I can do, Fortress Accident.
That's all for now. Let's go look for that password.
Thank you, and goodbye.
The old lady voice disappears along with the static.
Tiles on the cube are still smouldering, casting the framework in a soft glow. Fluorescent play and print keys shine on the keyboard.
Oh, let's try printing.
Nothing happens.
Okay, fair enough. Let's leave. What do we grab here then? Items. Oh yeah, it was the shop put. Right, well, let's definitely go and have a look over here. This could definitely be where the password is.
This old fireplace is covered in lines drawn in blue and red marker, the mesh spreading over the stone like blood vessels on alabaster skin. It looks ghostly and strangely ancient. The whole thing resembles Kadran mosaic tiles. Very pesantic.
Hold on, how do I know what Kendrick mosaic tiles are supposed to look like?
History classes, students with their textbooks open, studying the roots of our civilization. Those aquarelle blue tiles looked beautiful in the sun.
What am I looking at?
Radio frequencies, it seems. UKV 123.6, UKV 123.7, UKV 123.9. Some written notes, too. Sparse and cryptic.
Interesting. Radio frequencies for what?
Unclear. It looks like a cardiovascular system split into veins and capillaries. Very advanced.
So we're dealing with something medical. This must be an elaborate work of art now. Of course, narrowing eyes. The anatomy of the curse. So we're dealing with something medical?
You think so? The web is comprised of radio stations, all lead back to one red heart, titled The Game Master Frequency. A note says, this one can listen in on any station it wants. They must have had massive airwidth. These things don't come cheap.
Wait, who's the game master? If it's a game, then who's playing?
Whoever decides to call in to a call-in station, it looks like.
That makes sense.
A list of names under the stations suggests people across 6 Isolas would be playing. Muindi, Insulinda, Kotla, Grad, Samara, and even Ilmara. There's no way a little basement studio working here could pull anything like this off.
Interesting.
My God. It's as if the less money they had, the more ambitious their project became.
The lieutenant leans closer, his fingers tracking the maddening rhizome. The cost of air with the loan must have been huge. Yeah.
Exactly. This schedule, I know doom when I see it. The company was running out of funding.
He nods at the calendar on the chalkboard, wiping his marked stained fingers clean against his jacket. What else? Squint at the lines.
Nothing. It's just lines on marble. An echo from times long gone. No one has used the fireplace in ages.
Some notes here. Scroll across the developers of the most advanced RPG in the universe. Oh. Interesting. Magnesium and money. Oh, he wants to talk. What do you want, bro?
Okay. What do you think is going on with that computer, chalkboard, and fireplace?
It's just a failed business.
Yes, that is the question.
Well, the hell make the lieutenant take a step back, steepling his hands.
Like he's ready to lay out a fine theory, crafted together like a puzzle box.
Ooh.
It looks like one of those popular pen and paper role-playing games, only these people were trying to automate it, make it work on radio computers.
How are they planning to do that? Has anyone ever done this before? And this was a role-playing game. What do you think happened to the company? How are they planning?
Through call-in stations. None of the players have to be physically present. Anyone in the world can participate in the game, as long as they have a two-way radio. Then there's the game master frequency that listens in on the smaller call-in stations. I think that was supposed to coordinate the stories, functioning as a master of ceremonies of sorts.
Actually, genius.
Coordinating so many games would take a whole switchboard of people, possibly divided into sub-frequencies.
Has anyone done this before?
Not to my knowledge. They make automated games in Graz, Messina, Königstein. You know, places with industry.
Not in Revachol West, among the ruins.
Yeah.
But I don't think anyone has attempted to create an inter-isolary game before. We just don't have the technology.
And this was a role-playing game?
Indeed. Those Welkins are a dead giveaway.
Oh, yeah, he points
Role-playing people love that stuff. The world looks like a modified version of the WeWorld board game, with hit death thrown in.
Super cool. Someone should give them millions of real immediately. This game is too good to be left unfinished.
What do you think happened to the company?
No idea. They stopped filling out the schedule on the chalkboard.
Fair enough.
Indeed, it's ambitious and untethered from reality, but...
The lieutenant tilts his head thinking, they were insane if they thought they could do this. It was just a play to cheat money out of the investors' stock. The curse, God, I see no other explanation. The world is cold and lonely. This would keep the company. Let's finish it. Do we have any money? Let's give them more money. They can finish and make it even bigger. I think they were insane if they thought they could do this.
Yes, especially in here.
The lieutenant looks around at the derelict room. The pipes howl and a rat crosses the floor in front of your feet.
Okay, let's keep moving.
Let's do it. Let's see what find out what's in this bear.
You see a terrifying ice bear with a strange compartment in its belly. The door is covered in frost and the bear's eyes are glowing red. The bear looks oddly realistic. Is it taxidermy?
What is this thing? It looks like a giant ice bear.
The lieutenant doesn't answer. His eyes are glued to the animal. A sharp slice of light shines out from its mysterious belly door.
Crack open the door.
A gust of freezing cold air
Whoa.
rushes to greet you. You hear a low grumble as the bear regulates itself. This is the inside of a refrigerator. The lieutenant takes a peek inside. His hand has found the holster of his gun.
Relax, Kim. It's a fridge. I love that. Look inside the refrigerator. Well, no. Let's just give him the benefit of the doubt.
The shelves are empty. All you see are crumpled ice cream wrappers with the brand name, Revachol Ice City. A handwritten note has been attached to the door. The fridge is huge.
Let's take the note.
You pocket the note and the little fridge magnets keeping it on the door.
You've acquired an interactable item. Investigate this item further by going to the Interact tab in your inventory.
Examine one of the ice cream wrappers in there.
A friendly cartoon bear smiles back at you from a glossy cellophane wrapper. It looks nothing like the fridge. The paper still smells of vanilla and chocolate.
What is a giant bear-shaped fridge doing in an abandoned cellar in the first place?
Good question. It looks like an ice cream fridge.
Lieutenant reaches for one of the wrappers. He studies it in the light. So they try to sell ice cream from this hyper carnivore?
I know. What an unfortunate marketing choice.
Says the lieutenant.
What is even worse, the bear is still costing them money to this day.
Ah, yeah. The lieutenant points to the red snaky cable running from the fridge.
The fridge buzzes with energy. The electricity bill on this thing must be catastrophic.
Okay. Assuming we should probably follow this wire as well. There's a lot to unpack in this one. The wall collapsed. It's inaccessible now. They seem to be going here. What's this though? flashlight casts a strange shadow. There's a hidden doorway here. Oh, hello. Two rusty rifles are hidden above the piping. They look inoperable.
A few bricks have fallen off, revealing a compartment behind the wall. It's too dark to see in.
Where are we? Just around the secret.
Seems like an old bunker from the revolutionary period. Look at all those rifles.
He points up.
Must be an old weapons cache.
Look, there's a hole in the wall. Shine the light.
There is, yes. And there also appears to be something inside the hole. Interesting. Do you want to take a look?
Okay, I do. Look inside. No, you do that. No, I think we'll do it.
Your hand reaches deep into darkness and spiderwebs. Rummaging around, you find rusty rifles hidden away.
Inspect the rifles. Rifles, Kim! Inspect the rifles.
Most of them are rusty and inoperable, like the rest. But one catches your eye. A bolt-action model with a fine wood stock, in better cosmetic order than the others.
Ooh, this one looks nice. Take the rifle.
That's a rare sight. Seems to no longer be functional, but still a beautiful thing in its own way.
Ah, an old bell from the Revolution. The lieutenant notes with approval, his eyes are gleaming. What does this mean, a rifle here?
It means there are firearms, albeit inoperable, still lying around in Martinez. It's an interesting coincidence, I would say. Might come in useful in the future.
Agreed. Definitely come useful. Someone has stuck busted guns beneath the ceiling. God, there's so many guns in there. There's also some sort of radio frequency that's going crazy. Let's have a look at that note.
The note is written with a blue pencil on a piece of lined office paper. The kitchen magnets have left spots on its surface.
Does it say anything interesting?
The lieutenant leans closer to read the crumpled note over your shoulder.
This is tangential at best, but the lieutenant's detective instinct is still active. Someone has scribbled, S. I can't believe the off-site copy is still here. The illiterate ginger kid keeps stealing stuff from the studio, so I had to hide it somewhere safe. You'll find the filament memory with the off-site copy in the frozen ice cream maker. Please take it home, ASAP. It's important. I'd do it myself if I lived in a civilized place with a freezer. Take care, Suliswaf.
I wonder who wrote that note.
Looks like someone from that radio game company upstairs. I'm a little surprised they just left their property lying here.
Maybe they had to leave in a hurry.
That's a plausible hypothesis.
Do you have an idea we got that? Who is the illiterate ginger kid? Yeah, who is this?
Some local miscreant, probably. There are tons of them running around in Martinez, ready to stir up trouble. We usually dispatch our junior officers to deal with them.
Right, let's put that away. So this is how
The
you
worn map features the patchwork grid of the streets of Martinez, with directions to appropriately touristy locations. Year 48 resides on the upper right corner.
Let's trace a path through the grid.
Your finger moves through the various streets, across Rue de Saint-Ghislain and Rue Saint-Sipar, over Saint-Brun and Martinez North, finally coming to a halt on the spot where you are currently standing, although the map gives no such indication itself.
For a more detailed view of the map, go to your journal and select the Map tab.
Put the map away. Journals this, right? And then we could, yeah, we did this. And then we can see, yeah, so this is kind of the streets, the Fisherman Shack Church. These are all the different things. And these are the kind of the things that we've found as well during the way, which hopefully we'll be able to come back to. I think let's hit this now. An ice cream maker defrosted and unplugged. Oh, actually, sorry. Let's have a look at whatever this is here. Gosh, it goes on forever. The frozen ice cream rated is still running. There we go. There's a shelf there as well that we can look. I'm very tempted to go upstairs and try and actually explore that room more, because I feel like there's a lot going on here. But let's open this up and see what happens.
This orange machine is buzzing like an old submarine. It has a hand-cranked ice cream churner on top and an electric freezer that appears to be frozen shut.
Try to crack open.
You slip your fingers under the frozen lid, but the ice is too cold for you to get a good grip. A pry bar would come in handy here.
Aha.
No, this is going to need something else. Some kind of super pry bar. Don't even try to open it with a regular pry bar. You're just wasting your time. If you want to try again, then you need to have the pry bar in your hand, detective.
Okay.
Equip the pry bar by going to the Tools tab in your inventory. From there, you can equip it to a held slot.
Okay, well, let's try and turn it first.
Turning the crank feels oddly satisfying, like stirring your childhood dreams. In the distance, you hear water dripping.
Okay, well, now we have to try it, right? Open our left hand.
This orange machine is buzzing like an old submarine. It has a hand-cranked ice cream churner on top and an electric freezer that appears to be frozen shut.
Well, let's see. So, it's very low, but let's just go for it.
The ice squeaks beneath the pry bar. You think you've got the bar jammed in there pretty well, but the lid simply won't budge.
What is this?
You see the pry bar's metal handle bending right before your very eyes.
Yeah, well, that's a good pry bar. I'm not criticizing it, but this ice cream maker is frozen shut. It takes an advanced tool to get it open.
Advanced? Where do we get one?
I have no idea, officer. This ice cream maker isn't important enough to requisition a special tool.
Fair.
Sooner or later, you will stumble upon a tool mighty enough. Then we will know what's in this mysterious ice cream maker.
Nice. Clear the shelf. Oh, open this head. Some money. Oh, here's the power.
2 cables are plugged into the breaker box. The red one leads to the ice bear fridge, and the black one to the ice cream maker nearby.
Well, let's leave them plugged in for now. Let's see over here. Intercom wires running to the breaker box. Or what if we do this? What if we go here?
2 cables are plugged into the breaker box.
Let me unplug the black
Something
cable.
close to you dies with a soft electric purr.
Why did you do that?
It's black. It's not like the red one. Because of the black, the colour. I don't know why I unplugged it. I do think there's any reason. It's not like it's the red
The
one.
lieutenant raises his brows, but doesn't say anything. The electric distribution board now has 1 cable missing.
I was thinking maybe now we could do it.
This orange machine is dead still. It has a hand crank.
No, okay. We'll plug it back in.
Only the red cable is somewhere. A machine hums along with the current.
Okay, great. Now I do want to go back and explore the rest of that room before we go any further down here, because I feel like this is going to take us to the next section. And I think it'd be more fun to kind of explore other things that we haven't done up here as well. That whirring sound again. I just really want to find this password as well. I feel like this is a different section, you know, like same room, but yeah, here we go. I feel like downstairs would be something very different. Floorboards creak. Shoes in a puddle of melting snow. That's so trippy. What are those? Postcard. That's right. Is that interactive? Oh, that's the rifle. Wow, it's beautiful. Love the look at that. Sunlight has made this postcard almost completely sepia. Midtown traffic passes overhead. The ghosts of skyscrapers disappear into a beige midday mist. Vapor rising from the delta on which the district was built. The postcard is prepaid. Prepaid? Interesting. Right, let's see what's behind these shutters.
An iron safety curtain curves before your eyes, folded like a bellows. It covers half the room, blocking the way into a colossal industrial chimney. This must be where the entity lives.
Let's knock on it.
What an odd thing to do. Nothing happens.
Knocking it harder.
Still nothing. No one's home.
Knock even harder.
Those curtains prove to be surprisingly sturdy. Your fist hurts now.
Ow.
If this is really an entrance to the chimney, then there must be a furnace somewhere as well. Maybe there's another way to get in.
Can you please try to refrain from attacking random things?
I can try. I need to find the malignant entity camp. This is the chimney. This is not random. This is significant. I want to see what's on the other side. I can try. Blow jelly on his knuckles. I like that.
Thanks. In any case, there's no way we can get in right now. Let's investigate further.
Yeah, fair. You're being very sensible, sir. I think we've also found the way, which is going to be going down to that chimney, assuming. Here we go, and this is the furnace.
A thick layer of coal dust covers the furnace, coloring it pitch black.
Look inside the furnace.
It's dark and grimy here. In the darkness you can hear chatter. It's coming from above. A voice or several voices talking to each other. Near the smoke chamber, upstairs.
Ooh.
The echo is so prominent, it's impossible to discern what the voices are saying or what's producing them.
What are you doing?
The lieutenant asks when he sees you climb halfway inside the furnace. I'm hallucinating, or maybe it's the entity. I hear the murderer of the hanged man talking. I'm not sure, Kim, but I think I can hear something upstairs.
Wait, really?
He looks over
Maybe
to
it's
see.
coming from behind those safety curtains we saw upstairs.
Exactly. Yes, here we go.
You muster all your strength and yell.
Here.
Your dehydrated, hungover throat can produce little more than a dry croak.
Brilliant.
The chatter from the chimney continues on as before. You seem to have made no impression on whatever's up there.
Damn.
Then again, maybe it's worth actually trying something up there.
That's a good point.
Maybe you should let your voice rest, officer. Try again later.
Mm-hmm. Let's kick it. Ow. Heal myself now. Okay, fine.
A hollow ring echoes through the furnace. Your toe hurts.
Try it again, because I kicked it. Spin your hands
A
with
lush
coal.
layer of coal now covers your skin, sinking into the wrinkles. Maybe you could paint something with this coal. Leave a cave painting for future archaeologists. No, that would be stupid.
Shout again and see if we can get a better response this time.
Something
Excellent.
breaks loose in you. A mighty bellow echoes throughout the chimney's depths. The chatter of tiny voices above suddenly cease. Then,
Oh. This is the police. Who's there? I summon the ghost of this doomed commercial area Artemis Spirit. Hello, are you there? Speak to me.
Hello? Did you say anything? I can't hear you. Please come upstairs. There's a safety curtain on the second floor. I'll open it.
Excellent.
you hear a low rumble upstairs. The sound of a curtain being pulled aside.
After you, officer.
Excellent. Let's go. Now we're cooking with gas. Huzzah! What the heck? This tray is full of dice, colourful polyhedral dice, hundreds of them. The candy dispenser has been repurposed to contain thousands of dice.
Hello, I'm Nia.
A bird-like woman sits on a throne of tools with emerald light shining through her hair.
Did you try knocking on my window? I must have missed you. I've been listening to my Milius.
She taps on her headphones.
So what kind of die are you looking for?
She's got a direct view to the backyard. You should interrogate her about the lynching.
Oh, excellent. Hold on, what do you mean about milieu?
Yes, a Milius is like a call-in station. You need a two-way radio to access one. That's why I have these.
She pats the headphones on the table.
Mostly, they just teach you to swear in different languages. But some of the stations can be quite interesting. I was so absorbed, I must have missed you knocking.
On the window? What does she mean, the curtain? You must have me confused. I haven't knocked on your window.
Then how did you get inside? By the south entrance?
She blinks.
You know what? It doesn't even matter. What matters is that you're finally here. Let's talk dice. Did you have something specific in mind?
Why are you asking me about dice?
I'm a novelty dice maker. Tell me the name of your role-playing system and I'll make the die you need. That's why you're here, yes?
Interesting.
Role-playing games? You know the one made by Fortress Accident. Does that count?
Sure. I like role-playing games. I need some dice. Maybe. I'm not really sure why I'm here, honestly. No, I was looking for something else. Answers. I'm not interested in buying dice right now. I'm a police officer. I need to ask questions. Yeah, I think let's just go for it. I mean, I like role-playing game and I need some dice. We've got 7 real. Let's see. No, let's go to the... Let's answer the mystery first. This is good.
Of course, I can see that. I just thought you were a police officer looking for dice.
She tilts her bird-like head.
How else can I help you then?
No falsehoods are present. She's a novelty dice maker and doesn't have anything to hide. Ask what you need.
How did you become a dice maker?
How did I become one? It was a business decision. I was a regular jeweler at first, but that's an unfocused field with too much competition. Some of my friends were role players. They asked me to make some polyhedral dice out of cobalt. That was my first order. I grew it from there.
Do you like role-playing games yourself?
Not especially. I like working with rare materials and a steady pay. And role players as customers? They're nice people.
Some of those nice people have big bucks to spend on novelty items.
This is good. Hey, where are we anyway? What is this place?
We're inside the chimney of an old central furnace. It's strange, I know.
She looks at the ruddy bricks that make up the walls. Even though they have been repainted, there are still signs of coal black soot here and there.
But when I arrived here, all the other rooms were taken, so I had to build myself a makeshift home. Besides, I don't really have to pay any rent here, so that's a plus.
Creative.
The lieutenant looks around the spacious room, its ceiling fading into shadows above.
When she arrived here, there was no room anywhere else. She must have known the other businesses.
Yeah, indeed. Do you know what happened to the other tenants? Everyone is gone, yeah.
More or less. Are you interested in anyone specific?
She adjusts the yellow scarf that covers her hair.
Oh, quite a lot of them spring to mind.
Oh my god, yeah. You went to the gym.
It wasn't merely a gym, it was Artemiteps Boxing Club. A community project created to steer at-risk youth away from drugs and crime.
And who was Artemiteps?
A kind man from Zemsk. I heard he had some trouble with the law when he was younger, and that's why he wanted to start the gym, as his way of giving back.
How did that community project work out?
It didn't. If anything, it made the youth situation in Martinez even worse. At some point, someone started a rumor that the punching bag downstairs was full of amphetamines.
It's not really full of that. No one would store their drugs like that.
Eventually, the coalition took away the funding and the club went bankrupt. This was a few years ago. It's gotten much more peaceful around the plaza ever since.
There used to be a hair salon here, right?
Yes, I think it was called Androgynous Orlando or something similar. They weren't a big hit around here. Turns out that working class men don't like genderless haircuts. They're scared of that word.
A bit of experimenting every now and then isn't bad. It's not about the haircut. It's about the confidence.
What's wrong with a bit of experimenting? The customer should have been more. I would never let anyone judge my hair, not even my life depend on it. I guess I'm a simple man. I don't really have any opinions here.
I guess it just wasn't the time yet.
She tucks a strand of hair under her headscarf. Did someone else make stuffed animals? I found creepy mannequins. Let's talk about the rotor blades. Oh yeah, this is good.
Oh boy, the fabled Revachol ICT. You're in for a treat here.
She smiles and leans closer, hands on her knees, like a stand-up comedian ready to tell a story.
The place was owned by two guys who had some rather innovative ideas about marketing. The bear was one of them. Now ask me about their other ideas.
Indeed. What were the other ideas?
Alright, what about the other ideas?
There was really just one. And it involved picking out the prettiest girls in the neighborhood and paying them 20 cents per hour to man the booth. And by man the booth, I mean slump behind the counter with a face that could maim you if you ever dared to disturb their bored magazine browsing.
She leans back, disapproving. What do they expect? 20 cents per hour is dog's pay. I'm surprised they showed up to work at all. That's an award-winning idea. How else do you choose people around you? I don't have an opinion on employing teens. I just want to know, did it work out for the business? What do they expect, I guess?
Oh, but they did. They did show up to work, and not alone. There were also acne-ridden girlfriends and gorilla-like boyfriends loitering near the ice cream stand. And they already had the bear.
She closes her eyes as if remembering something painful. What about the bear?
The bear.
She repeats, pressing thumbs into her temples like trying to suppress a headache. It didn't work out?
Of course not. The bear was terrifying. No one wants ice cream guarded by a hostile apex predator. To make matters worse, the fridge didn't work too well either, and half the ice cream came out malformed and partially melted. Eventually, Revachol ICT lost the price war to its rival, Glace 5000. Glace 5000 sold caramel sundaes for only 5 cents a piece, out of regular fridges.
Odd solemnly, it's the market doing its job. I'm sure the bear was doing its best. The bear was scary every time I saw the bear. I felt scared, like it could become alive at any moment. Yes.
The taxidermist who made it said it was his vision beast. He said he met his vision beast while high on desiccants. He called it Megatherion.
That's a badass name.
Sounds cool.
Very cool. But I don't want to hear about beasts anymore. Let's move on. Megatherion?
Megatherion, a mega wild beast.
What's a mega wild beast?
It's an imaginary beast that guides you through life by telling you to do more drugs, mostly.
I do drugs. I've got a vision beast myself.
Do you? Well, good luck keeping it under control.
The dice maker raises an eyebrow.
Anyway, now you know the story of the fallen ice cream empire.
Ah, she seems almost sad finishing the story. Some dust beams fall in the afternoon air. Her eyes follow it idly.
Little sparkling embers under the window.
Anything else? Another failed business, perhaps? I've been here for a long time.
What's with the rotor blades?
They were made by a company called Slipstream.
Right.
After they pivoted from making rotor blades to skis, their chief executive took off on a vacation with all their money.
She rests her chin on her hand with an impish smile.
Honestly, I think it's quite funny. I think he's still sending out holiday transmissions from Tulula or Tiumotiri or Hashtkor or wherever he is.
Interesting. What do these say?
The usual, I imagine. That he's been thinking up all kinds of new business plans and can't wait to get started on them just as soon as he returns.
Her smile widens before she sees the lieutenant's face behind
Men
you.
like that are a curse.
The lieutenant is stern.
Sure, but Slipstream is history now. All their remaining assets got seized by the bailiffs in 47. I have no idea why those skis and blades are still lying around in the house. Not much use now, I guess.
They were just props. Why return them? Maybe you could make a sword out of one. No, wait, forget it. It would take too long.
What's up with the windows?
Oh, this one's a mess.
She sighs.
There used to be a company that promised to repair windows 24 hours a day. What could go wrong with this one, right? Turns out, the business was actually set up as a front for an illicit group that was producing snuff medias. Who would have guessed?
Oh.
What's the snuff, Milia?
And they never cleaned up the debris either. Now it's just littering the hallway and I have no idea how to get rid of it on my own.
Cool, very cool about the debris, but what's snuff milieu? It's a shame about those windows. I'm not even going to ask about the milieu. I think let's ask about it.
It's a Sub Rosa radio station that broadcasts real murders with real victims. Some people pay good money to get off on it.
Oh, weird.
Nothing changes in her tone as she says that, as if it's just another piece of information to lay out for the world.
Don't worry, the ICP has a separate division that deals exclusively with unlicensed sub-roses. This isn't our problem.
Good luck with that. It's not easy catching those perpetrators.
Then she lets the thought go. Did someone make stuffed animals? I saw mounts lying around.
You mean Mr. Fabron, the taxidermist? No, he mostly just did drugs. Anything else?
I found creepy mannequins.
There used to be a fashion atelier here, but I have forgotten the head designer's name. They were doing well for a couple of years, until the insect rights activists came.
Insect rights? What's in the name of?
The atelier produced a certain collection that used chitin among the materials. Apparently chitin is made in the Occident, where it's extracted from beetle wings. And you know how all kinds of political movements are big in the Occident. The activists shut down the biggest chitin supplier, which of course caused the price to skyrocket. And, naturally, all the most fashionable tastemakers refused to be seen in chitin from then on. The atelier went bankrupt before they could finish the collection.
But insects don't have any brains or feelings.
Actually, insects do have brains, but yes, I understand what you're saying. I think the protesters took it a little too far.
As she shifts around, you notice several dead flies on the windowsill in front of her. Legs up. They're not moving.
Anything else?
I found a strange machine.
Fortress Accident, the radio game studio.
She closes her eyes as some remnant of her memory lights up her face.
They were an interesting bunch. We talked about role-playing systems every now and then. Once, I even saw two of them get into fisticuffs over Wirral.
That's understandable. Fantasies are serious things. The mind is the drawing board of history.
They certainly took their work very seriously, even if they seemed to be chronically liberal with their schedules.
What do you mean liberal? What happened?
The usual. They ran out of money and couldn't get the project done on time.
What went wrong?
Well, I did hear them talking at times.
She looks at the hallway as if she can still hear them chit-chat behind the curtain on a cigarette break.
They seemed to believe they were historical individuals on some grand quest.
She sounds almost mocking when she says that.
From what I've seen so far, the project did look quite impressive. Really, there must have been a gigantic ego. No, it seemed impressive.
Yes, but when the money started to run out, they just began to complain a lot about capitalism. You know, how the markets are rigged to keep out new businesses and so on. In the end, they just didn't get it done. They didn't have enough willpower to produce something truly historic, and to show up to work on time.
Well, showing up to work on time is incredibly hard. That's too bad. I would have supported them. The project looked great. You're right. They should have just tried harder. They had everything they needed to say. Well, I think based on someone here, maybe that's.
And so is producing something extraordinary.
Her eyes wandered to the shelves full of die prototypes and discarded models.
Anything else?
Actually, I had other questions.
Good. I hope it clarified things a bit. What else?
Do you know about the man who was lynched?
Nothing really. I didn't know him.
The lieutenant looks at his notebook, then the woman under the large window.
Your window looks directly onto the courtyard. You're saying you didn't see or hear anything unusual last Sunday evening?
I'm sorry, detective, but as you know, I usually have my headphones on when I'm working. It shuts out most of the daily ruckus behind my window.
Do you often work Sunday nights?
It's an odd profession, making dice for people. But I like it, and I prefer doing this to sitting at home.
What do you mean by daily ruckus?
Well, there's always something going on in the Whirling's backyard.
She stops and tries to come up with an example.
During daytime, there are usually those kids. And lately, I've been seeing a lot of drunk workers hanging about. Must be because of the strike.
She's heard of the murder, but did not see it, sire.
But I never saw anyone during that fateful Sunday night, I'm afraid.
And you never took your eyes off the work to look out the window?
I might have, but in this case, all I would have seen is my own reflection staring back from the darkness.
It's light here, but dark in the yard at night.
It's really hard to make anything out in the yard when it's dark outside. Besides, I rarely get up to look out the window when I'm in the zone.
I see. Thank you for your answers.
She nods.
Anything else, officer?
I've heard that this place is cursed. Did you know that people call it the doomed commercial
I've
area?
heard the stories, but I don't think those stories are true.
She nods and the wind howls in from the furnace shaft above. Wait, how do you explain what happened to those companies? Plaisance, the one who sent me, she's convinced the place is swarming with malicious energies.
Plaisance, the bookshop lady? I've heard that her business is doing rather well. Have the energies spared her somehow?
Plaisance is a wise woman. She has Seminole's trinkets protecting her against the curse. The curse is just biding time before it strikes. I don't know why the bookstore hasn't gone bankrupt yet. That's what I'm here to investigate.
Oh, right. But it's not just the bookstore that's still up and running. What about the whirling in rags? Some people say it's part of the building complex.
Hold on, the Whirling Rags part of the Dune Commercial area. Yes, but it's still a separate building from the malicious energies. You can't reach there. No, the Whirling Rags isn't doing it. The wishes to cough and some customers have trouble paying bills. Yeah, I think it doesn't look doing that well.
And then there is me.
Besides, looking at the messy work table, all kind of tools lie there scattered, from knives to carving files to wire cutters.
I've been here for 14 years, selling novelty dice to role-playing enthusiasts. Not exactly a million-real business idea, yet somehow I've survived despite the talk of malicious energies. Strange, isn't it?
Maybe it's just because she's so talented that she's been able to woo the curse.
Peasants think it's because you're the source of it, a malignant entity. It's because you're competent and dedicated to your craft. The curse doesn't affect people. The curse will get you, no doubt, but it just doesn't care about earthly timeframes. It'll be first to admit there are many inconsistencies to the so-called curse. Yeah, exactly. Or maybe let's just say maybe she thinks she's the curse.
Malignant entity? What does that even mean?
Dice make her laugh.
Some kind of sorceress? What about you, officer? Do you think I'm the malignant entity?
I think it still might be you that's causing this. Narrow your eyes very mysteriously. I'm starting to see that there is no curse, only business decisions and natural market fluctuations.
Exactly. Truth is always so disappointingly mundane and boring.
She pinches the root of her nose.
But I'm glad we got this sorted out. Anything else I can help you with today?
That's all she has to say on the subject. She's been thorough and truthful, as far as we can see.
Okay. I think there are more things that we can explore here, but for now, this is probably a good place to go back.
Guillaume Le Million.
Ah.
Bad news. Guillaume Le Million did not become a cop. In 1938, he went on a tour to the Sinyao province in Safre, where he died of autoerotic asphyxiation. His body was found hanging from a decorative dragon tree in his junior suite, amid drug paraphernalia, unwholesome objects, and the Sylvia Trainer single, Wonderland, skipping in the background. And yes, you can take this as a metaphor for Revachol in the 30s, and also as a warning.
+1 pain threshold, blood oxygen is boring. All psyche learning caps raised by 1. Cool. Love that. Okay, cool. And we've still got this one going on as well. I think we had another one come up. No, maybe not. Yeah, didn't we? I thought we did. No. Fair enough. What have we got here? I'm assuming this is done. Yeah, report back. There we are. Amazing. Okay, well, guys, I think that's what we're going to call it for this episode. Thank you so much again for joining me in the Bear Cave. I hope you've enjoyed this episode, and I hope that you're enjoying Disco Elysium. And if you are, please drop me a comment. Follow the channel if you want to follow some more of this amazing story and find out what is at the bottom of all this and how many other secrets there are in this crazy world. So thank you so much, and catch you on the next episode. Thank you, guys. Bye-bye.